we are live. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. For those of you who are watching us live today or maybe watching us replay later, coming in live again today from the comfort of my spot or my house. My name Vicky and I live in Adelaide, South Australia. Today I'm actually coming in live. Just want to share story or share experience or inspire people, and to let them know what we are doing. And I invite two of my business partners, and we all live here in South Australia, but spread out in the different suburbs. And I met them in person as well. We normally catch up together, and I just like to let people know that we sometimes we do online business, but sometimes we also meet up and catch up offline, and that's the beauty of our business. So without further ado, I just want to introduce myself before I start. So my name is Vicky. I live in South Australia for over 15 years already. I'm originally from Indonesia. I'm a wife and a stepmom of 18 years old boy, and I'm still working as an employee. I work for state government employee here in South Australia. I've been working in this department for over 13 years. And I also run a traditional business with my husband. We are self-employed. And now I run this online business for over 3.5 years, so almost 4 years next July. And that's about me. And today I'm gonna throw the frequently asked question from other people when they come to us and then ask about this business. And I'm going to ask questions to Carolina and Rhea. And the question's gonna be answered by them. So the first question, it's gonna be Rhea will answer that question, but before she answers that question, she will introduce herself and also her background, and also she will share her story why she actually joined this business, and then she will answer that question. So the first question is, why is it important to watch the full webinar before asking question about this business opportunity? I will write in the bottom of the screen anyway, so everyone can see it. So without further ado, Rhea, please I give the floors to you. Thank you, sis.
All righty. Thank you so much, Miss Vicky, for having me here. And
You're
good
welcome.
morning, world. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are watching right now. So from my end here, it's morning. It's 10 in the morning, and yeah, thank you so much again. So okay, so I'm Rhea Pellerin, originally as well from the Philippines, and living in Australia for 17 years or 18, almost 18 years. Yeah. And yeah, I'm a mom of three. And I used to work as a meat inspector here in Australia. And that's a different story later. I will share you. Okay. And then I run this business full time for almost 4 years now. So I
Mm.
started this business 2021. And then, yeah, okay, I will share to you guys why I did join this business. So first thing, as a mom living abroad, it's so hard when you work full time, and my husband works full time as well. So it comes to my mind that one time when my eldest daughter moved out, and my other two little ones experience separation anxiety. So I was like, oh my goodness, I wasn't prepared for this.
Mm.
So it's really heartbreaking as a mom seeing them like that. So I was like, oh my goodness. So these two little ones, so I have to, do something that I could give my time for them. So yeah, and the second one as well is the second reason is because of my work is so physically demanding. So as a meat inspector, so I had multiple injuries. So during my workover, I wasn't working for like a month, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, Lord, if there's any other option for me to do, so please give me a sign." And then one night, this ad from my coach, came across on my Facebook, and then I was like, maybe this is the one that I'm looking for. And then so I speak to my husband, and my husband supported me 100%. So that's really a
Oh,
good thing
lucky
for
you.
Lucky
me.
you. Yeah,
Very
Um,
lucky woman got supported by hubby.
I know.
because I know, most spouses
Yes,
don't support.
exactly.
But yeah, 'cause, yeah, he saw me like really in pain, and about the kids as well. So yeah, he did supported me because we work. My husband works day shift. I work night shift. So it's like hello goodbye to us.
Yeah,
So
I know
it's
that's hard. Yes.
really really hard. And
Mm,
yeah, I'm so glad that I found this business and I'm doing it now. And I'm staying home, so giving my full time with them. But actually, because they're all in high school at the moment, so I was like, okay, maybe I should go back to work for like maybe 3 days a week or something like that. So yeah, because they're growing up already.
yes, exactly.
So move forward
Awesome.
to your,
So now we just go straight to the question then. So why
yeah.
is it important to watch the full webinar before
Mm,
asking questions about this business opportunity? So how your experience about this?
yeah. Okay. So it's very important to watch the webinar before ask any question, because it gives you the full context of how the digital business works, so including the system, the strategies, and the expectation involved as well. So most common questions are already answered in the webinar, so it helps you avoid confusion and save time for both of you and other people as well. So yeah, it also ensures that when you do ask question, they are more specific and relevant, so which
Mm,
leads to clearer and more helpful answers. So overall, taking time to watch the webinar sets a strong foundation and helps you make more informed decision moving forward. And also it explains more about the business and how you can get started. So
mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I do agree with what Rhea said. If I just want to add up a little bit, we do like this kind of system. Is it like, especially with Rhea, busy with the house life, and probably wants to spend more time with family. That's the reason why you're sometimes looking for this business, right? And we also like myself. I'm actually busy working as well. So I'm normally day to day, I work 10 until 12 hours a day before I join this business. So sometimes we want something that is very streamline your time, so you don't have to always explain to people. Can imagine if you have if you have people all over the world asking you question, especially maybe the different time zones. Maybe some people in America, in Europe, in wherever. When we are in the middle of the night, they probably just wake up and then they just want to observe and explore this business. But when we're about to go to sleep, we don't really have time to do that anymore, right? So it's actually very safe time to introduce this system, which is also a benefit to people too. So they're not gonna be rushed in to see what they're gonna be jump into. They can also check themselves. They watch themselves that webinar, and they make their own observation, and they can decide it whether or not this business fit for them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when we explain to people, for especially we have two versions, 90 minutes and 20 minutes. Can you imagine if 10 people asking for information and then you have to explain to them for 90 minutes for 10 people? Imagine how many hours you have to spend in
Impossible.
manual handling kind of system. And that's not what we want to do here. So
Yeah.
that's why we streamline the system using the automated, using the video based information, so people can watch whenever they want. They can replay, they can
Mm.
pause, they can skip, they can go back, so whatever they want. And plus, the webinar is actually twice a week. So you will get more and more and more people who will inspire you. That's what happened to me before, because when I watched this webinar, same as Rhea, came to my social media and I thought, what is this? And I was in the middle of running another business at that time. So I thought, what is this business? And then when I jump in and I saw the real people talking, and they are the real people like me, they are normal people, everyday people like me, has no experience, has no background of online business, no tech savvy or no social media experience, and they thrive in this business. And I just thought, what are they doing? How can they do that? So I just so curious, wanted to know. It's just because visually I can see people talking. It's almost like they talk to me directly when you
Mm.
see people share their story and their experience. And that's what I like, because I didn't get that from any other online business before. And that's what attract me to get more information, because I can relate to some of them. Maybe they can relate to you guys too, because that's what I happened to me. The person who talked on that webinar is actually really, really resonate with me. So thanks, Rhea, for sharing your experience. I do agree with you. And for the second question, we gonna give the floors to this beautiful lady, Carolina. She is also in Adelaide. And yes, the floor is yours, Carolina. Just share your background and who you are and how long you've been doing this business and why you actually joined this business. And maybe you jump into the second question. Why um, why is doing our own diligence so important instead of relying only on what other people say or trying to convince us? Because sometimes that's another thing, like related to what Rhea said before. If you're watching your webinar, you make your own decision. No one gonna push you, or no one gonna chase you, no one gonna force you, and that's what we want. We hate people forcing us. We hate people chasing us, right? So that's why we don't want to do that to other people too. And and that's what maybe related to this second question, why it's important to do your own diligence instead of just listening to other people's opinion. Yes, the floor is yours, Carolina.
Thank you, Vicky. I'm so glad to be here, guys. I am Carolina from Adelaide, as Vicky mentioned. I I am. I've been in Australia since 1987, which is about 4 decades ago.
Oh my God.
Yes, I am a former traditional business owner in manufacturing for 20 years. I worked as a healthcare worker for over 10 years. And I'm in the business for like Ria, almost like 3.5 years or more, and loving it as well. But now I am a semi-retired, loving a side hustle while enjoying my life. Uh, you know, um, Now to tell you my why I joined the business is a bit of a different story to Ria's, because when I had my traditional business, I had encountered a very difficult time in my life, because working 24/7 when you have your own business, it's very tiring and exhausting. And my partner and I were very, very tired. And one day, my partner tragically had a heart attack and passed away.
Oh.
So that means running my own business after he passed for a year and a half. I ran the business by myself, but it got so hard for me, just one person, because they
Mm.
needed the other person as well. So in that case, I after 1.5 year running the business, I decided to liquidate the business, um, which means I had to return everything to the bank because I still owe the business to the bank,
Yeah. Yeah.
mortgages. That means also that I lost my livelihood, my home, my car, and everything else that I own. I was basically broke, and I couldn't even afford a rent to rent a house by myself. So I was devastated, of course, and I wanted to walk off the planet as well. I didn't want to
Mm.
talk to anybody for a long time. I cry in my sleep every night. What am I gonna do? You know, I was lucky that I've got a sister here that offered me one room to stay until I get on my feet again.
Mm.
So, being me, being a stubborn and very determined person, I got up one morning and I thought myself, talking about these guys, it still make me so sad and a bit emotional. Um, but it's time to move on. I told myself, it's time to move on. It's no good being like this forever. I'm going nowhere. So I decided to do a short course in healthcare, and I got a job. I loved the job as a healthcare assistant, but the wages are still not enough to live by, because living here in Australia is so expensive, and plus supporting family overseas as well, it wasn't really. I was stretching the budget, and
Yeah.
had no savings in the bank as well. So that made me push myself to look for any other options out there. And as Ria said, she saw her uh, she saw the business online on social media, and the same as me. I saw someone in social media talking about this online business, work at home, you be your own boss, and all those blah 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 blah. But I didn't jump in straight away, and that's what my topic is for today. um,
Mm-hmm.
Topic today is about why doing your own due diligence is so important. Well, I can tell you a bit about it. One thing that I've learned in life, in business, is never rely one on one that like other people say, right? People will always have opinions, and some will doubt you, and some will try to convince you based on their own fears or assumptions.
Mm.
Other people's opinion are not your facts. That's why doing your own due diligence is so important. You take your time to research, which I did. I didn't jump into straight away, because going back to my scenario, losing everything wasn't my thing. I didn't want to lose anymore. Yeah. So I did my research. I look at the facts, understand how things actually work before making a decision. Too many people miss great opportunities because of this. Listening to someone who never even took the time to look into it themselves. In my life, I've learned that informed decisions are powerful decisions. Like when you do your own research, you gain confidence, you understand the opportunity to make decisions based on the facts, not fear. And remember, your future deserves more than someone else's opinion. Take responsibility, be curious, and ask questions. and always do your own due diligence. Sometimes the opportunity that could change your life is the one you almost ignored because of someone else say so. So do your research, then decide for yourself. And lastly, guys, I just wanna um, uh, add to this. Before I started, I didn't know what to do. Um, I asked myself, is it an MLM or is it a pyramid scheme? And I found out that absolutely not. I didn't know where to start. I didn't believe the person I saw what it was. But I was curious enough, made my own research, as I mentioned before. I explored many avenues before I jumped into it. Um, from basing from my bad experience in the past, I was actually broke. Losing everything wasn't a good experience at all, and I found out that I am now in business that is 100% legitimate and the best business in the world because there is nothing like it around the world. Our business is so popular that we have nearly over like 300,000 members around the world now. Am I
Mm-hmm.
correct? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And from there on, it helped me begin a new life. Gave me freedom to travel constantly, which I do every fortnight. Gave me a lifestyle that I really enjoy, and most of all, it supports my family welfare. Thank you. Yeah,
Lovely. Thank you for sharing and being so vulnerable, Caroline.
you're
So,
welcome.
so we all can relate to you. Sometimes you never know, like Carolina's experience. So she never thought, or she never have imagined that kind of situation would happen to her. So I'm sorry about the past of your
It's okay.
ex-husband. So this is sometimes something that maybe some of us who never really want to. I don't know how to I say it to prepare, because some people, or maybe it was me before too. Before I got to this business, I feel so comfortable where I was. I had the good job, I had the government job, I have traditional business that is so successful, and I thought I don't really need anything else anymore, But sometimes we didn't know what life can turn us to a few different direction, and when we didn't have that backup, or when we didn't prepare for that scenario, sometimes can make us feel so devastating when it's happened. And
Mm.
sometimes when it's happened, lucky for you, you actually just switch and turn your life upside down and then just go for it and do something else. But some people
Oh,
probably not.
it took me a long time.
That's what
It
I
took
was
me a
about
long
to say. Like, yeah, some people probably not as easy, like Carolina said. It's not really easy, and when it's happened, you don't want that to happen when you actually a mother or a wife, because you have so many responsibilities that you have to taking care of,
time. Mm.
and it's very, very, very wise for us and for our family, while we actually being so comfortable for where we are, we actually build something that probably benefit for our family as well. We don't think about ourselves only, right? So we want
Mm.
to think about other people that we love. And that's what I like, another thing about this business, because we can actually give this business to our kids, like Rhea. She has
Mm.
teenagers who are, and even that's okay for them to choose their own path in life, but at least you have something that you already built and they can use it whenever they want, when they want, exactly. So um that's what I just want to relate with Carolina's question before. That's what I did when I do my due diligence as well, when I found this business, because I experienced twice in online business and I failed because I didn't dig enough and I didn't actually want to ask information or search an information, because I listened to people, and
Mm,
that's what I didn't want to do that anymore. When I found this business, I want to talk to the person straight away, which is I asked her question when I was about to jump to the next step, because the webinar is actually the big picture about this business, right? For you to observe whether or not this business is right for you. But when you want to see the deep down about this business, the system, the blueprint, the business plan, the compensation plan, the income plan, everything, it's going to be on the next step, which is we won't disclose just for public, because we don't know who's actually serious in doing business or not. So that's what I asked her before I jump straight away to the second step. I asked her whether or not I'm going to get support in here, because in my two previous business, I didn't. And when she said, you will have almost like your private teacher, whenever you need, you just contact, and then they will always help you. And you don't have to make an appointment to get the help. And that's what I did before, because in my previous business, I have to make an appointment, choosing times and days when you will get someone to call you back, which is after 3 days. And the problem is already escalated, and that's what I don't want it. And that's what I'm happy in here, because they say what we got, that's what they say. And that's the truth of in business. You have to be truth, you have to be honest, and then you have to be real. And that's what I like about our business. We won't say it just we say it, because we do it.
that's right.
Yeah. So yes, thank you, ladies, for your experience, for sharing your journey, and for sharing your story. I'm so grateful I can actually meet you guys again here online, and hopefully the next coming weeks we will see each other again offline somewhere. I don't want to hold this for too long. Of course, there's so many benefits in this business, and I just want to do this gradually. So for today, I'm just gonna throw out 2 questions, and maybe next time I will just get another more question with other people. But anyway, I like what we share, and I hope people who watching us can relate and can be inspired with this 2 beautiful ladies' story. And I hope you can get some insight what we are doing here at the moment. So thank you again, ladies. I'm so appreciate for you to
You're
spare
welcome.
your time. Rhea, I know you have lack of sleep coming back from camping. Thank you
Fishing,
so much for
yeah.
coming. Thank you for coming in here. So you can go back to sleep after this.
Yeah, that's the good thing.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. So yes, so guys, like everybody here saying, if you're interested in what we are doing and wanted to know more, you are welcome to contact us. We have our own website here on the screen. You can contact Carolina, you can contact Rhea, or you can contact myself. We're always happy to share the information with you. But the most important thing, you also have to know that you really wants to run a business, and you really serious in jump into the business, because it's different than you are being an employee. Okay, no one tell you what to do, you have to make your own decisions. So yes, so feel free to contact us, feel free to come to us, and we will share our information and share our experience with you guys. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much, ladies. So have a good weekend, have a wonderful weekend, and I hope I'll see you again next time. Okay.
Thank
Yep.
Thank
you.
you,
For having us.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.